you have a sense, though, now that guys like Keon and Drew are gone, that this is really, I guess, your time?
For sure, yes. I mean, like I said before, I looked up to Drew. I watched how he ran all his routes. He was a dog, so I'm trying to go out there and just do exactly what he did.
I think Michael said something the other day about Petway still needed to learn the playbook a little bit better. I wonder what you've seen in that regard since he challenged him earlier this week.
I mean, he hasn't. If he messed up, it's been one or two things. But he's been doing good with his plays. So I mean, he's definitely stepped up and gotten his book.
What would a mess up look like?
Just, I guess, blocking the wrong man, or just small like pre-snap penalties like jumping off sides. But we'll get that fixed. So
talking about receivers being involved in the run game, who do you think the best receiver blockers are right now?
I would say either Petway or B. Martin, just some of the bigger guys, because once they get their hands on the DBs, they can't really get away from them. So
maybe some of that weight is helping Martin a little
for
bit.
Sure.
Yeah, okay.
What about returning kicks? That was something you did last year. Do you expect to do that again?
Yeah, I'm first on the depth chart for kickoff return right now, and I'm second on punt return behind Andre Tolliver too. So
what do you think are some of the specific things you guys have to do to be better in that department this year than last year?
For the kickoff return and punt return and stuff?
Yeah.
Just, I mean, guys getting on their blocks and stuff like that, and just me being able to see open holes so I can hit those holes. So
are you guys doing anything different scheme-wise for that, or is it the same from?
We haven't really got into it. We've just been doing walkthroughs of where we're supposed to be on the field. So we haven't actually returned any kicks yet. So.
Austin was talking about receivers that had stood out. The one freshman he mentioned was Coylan. I guess what stood out for you from him the first week or so?
Just how athletic he is. I mean, yesterday he ran an out route on the sideline, went up one-handed, caught it with his left hand. He's been finding ways to get open. He's definitely stepped up. He's been getting in his playbook. So I feel like Coylan's definitely going to get some playing time this year.
That out route, was it over a DB? Was it in like a team segment?
Yes, it was. Yeah.
What's it been like having to step up in that room as one of the more veteran guys in that wide receiver?
I mean, I knew it was going to happen. I knew me and Petway's time was going to come to step up. So, I mean, I haven't really been stressing about it that much. I've never really been a vocal guy, so I've had to step up vocally to help bring these young guys along. So, I mean, it was expected. So, I mean.
You lost another guy the other day. How are you guys kind of shuffling and adjusting, continuing to, deal with what you got to deal with?
Well, if we lose another guy, that's just another opportunity for the young guys to step up. I mean, they gotta get in their playbooks. Us older guys are helping them learn their stuff too. So I mean, if someone goes down, it's another opportunity for a new guy to step up.
Coach Enos has talked a couple of times about you being able to line up at the three different positions, and I guess Jonathan Nance has been able to do that too. Obviously you've been here longer than most of these guys. How impressive is it that he's been able to, I guess, pick up the offense that quickly?
I'm actually very impressed with him. It took me a while to learn this stuff, and he's just got it down like that. So I mean, he's definitely helping us.
Can you tell he's somebody that's like pretty studious about the playbook, or is I guess just a quick learner?
Yeah, I feel like he's just a quick learner.
How frustrating was last year for you, and does that drive you a little bit, especially in that bowl game where you were going to be a focal point in the offense?
I mean, they told me that I was going to have a package for me, and unfortunately on my first catch, I hurt my ankle, but I mean, my ankle's all good now, so I mean, it was pretty frustrating knowing that I could have had a chance to get in there and help the team win, but.
I mean, how much did you take away from last year and just your ability to earn some of that playing time they were going to give you?
I mean, I just saw that I could get in there and help help the team win. So I mean, I was practicing with the ones and twos during the bowl practice last year, and I just then that's whenever I learned all the playbook. So I mean, that helped me a lot.
Jones, what has made him? I know that he's got a lot of speed, but just what has he done this camp to really stand out?
I mean, he's definitely been our vertical threat. He's on post. He's definitely been taking the top off the defense and going up and catching the ball. He's showed off his athleticism for sure. So I mean, to me, he's more of our vertical threat wide receiver.
How much of a change has that been for you, being kind of the older guy now, and you're the guy that goes first in every drill, and I guess probably helps the younger guys a little bit? I mean, what has that been like for you?
I mean, whenever I was a younger guy, I watched how Drew, Keon, all those guys did it. So I'm just following their footsteps, doing exactly what they did, helping the younger guys.
Are you typically a vocal guy, or has that been an adjustment for you?
It's definitely been an adjustment for me. I've never really been the guy to get up and speak, but now I realize that I have to. So.
Mentioned injuries, but with Jared, has it maybe been a blessing in disguise, really, when you look at how many reps some of these other guys are getting?
For sure. I mean, with Jared gone, it's all these younger guys that are having to actually get in there and learn their playbook because they have to take reps during practice because we don't really have everybody. So I mean, I feel like it's definitely helping us.
You got the end zone the last couple of days, man?
Today actually, I ran a little quick screen and I went. And I got stopped on the 1 yard line, and Johnny Gibson came around the corner and picked me up and just carried me into the end zone while the DB was trying to push us out. So, I mean, that was one.
Okay. What other who all else got in the end zone today besides you? You remember?
Petway did twice. He ran a shake route on one in the last team period, and then he ran a little flat route. Let's see who else. I can't really think of who else did, but I know Petway did twice.
Has he finally figured things out, do you think, for the most part? I know he's still got a ways to go, but some of the growing pains that he had in college.
Yeah, I feel like he definitely has. He's been stepping up the past few days. He's been like our go-to guy in the red zone. Austin's been throwing it up to him, and he's been using his size and his hands and coming out with it. So I feel like he's definitely stepped up.
Who is that? Sorry.
LaMichael Petway.
Yep. Yeah. Austin said he's really started to pick it up the last couple of days. How do you think you've been doing so far? You've been running pretty much with the ones the whole time.
I have. I feel like I've done well. There's a lot of things that I can do better on. There's a lot of things that I can correct myself on, but I feel like I've done well for the most part.
I can't remember what day it was, but did y'all hear that Brett had said in here maybe 3 or 4 days ago something like the veteran receivers, these young guys are really coming on, and if the veterans don't pick it up, they're going to get passed. Did that go around the room?
We didn't really talk about that in the wideout room, but like my coach from high school, he sent me that. My mom sent me that. I mean, I guess
y'all became aware of it.
Yeah.